Hey everybody, hope we're doing well tonight. This is Richard with our week 2 discussion board. So let's jump right into it. So I want to talk about the teacher who, kind of made the biggest impact, or my favorite teacher. This person is Mr. Jeffrey. He was my 9th grade math teacher and a football coach of mine that I had my junior and senior year. But I was in double block math, had 2 periods, first and second, for Algebra 1 my freshman year. And this guy just made sure to, give us every opportunity that we could possibly need or want to continue to grow. Something in relation to our reading is his ability to give thorough and thoughtful direction, being able to be very meticulous in what he says, giving us time prior to the lesson to kind of spell out what was going to happen, what we were going to learn, and then at the end of the lesson recap it, to kind of try to get rid of any miscommunications that may have arisen. Secondly, just the guy made sure that we were prepared. He wanted us to grow and get out of this idea of like, oh, we're in this double block class, so we must not be intelligent. He really strived to make sure that we knew that we were smart people and we just needed extra help. So he really taught us for success. He wanted us to be successful outside of the classroom and inside the classroom. So something that I really appreciated that he did for us. Moving on to some of the things that as an educator, from our goals that I could implement. One of the first things, so I'm working on teaching in physical education, and so 2 of the things that I kind of thought I could do really well was thinking about the instructional time and being flexible with it. Something that has arisen this year is having a plan going into the year of how we were going to teach things, what we were going to teach, and how we were going to build on these lessons all year long, and then realizing that stuff comes up. We live in Southern California, and the heat gets to us, we can't be outside. Intense rains come during the winter time, and being able to be flexible with the time that we do have in order to get all the information that we want out, and being able to move some things around that don't necessarily have to build on each other for a better time of the year. Something that we like to do is use the beginning parts of the year to teach throwing and catching. Well, when we can't be outside, it's super hard to be able to work throwing and catching. So something that we had done was when we do go inside, we utilize cup stacking, and working on just hand-eye coordination, and then from there working on playing. It's almost like a beer pong type of game, but each child holds their own cup, and you're throwing a tennis ball across like the classroom almost. It's like a fluff ball. You're trying to catch it in your cup, and we use a big NPR area for this type of thing. The second one is, here it is, kind of building off what I had learned from Mr. Jeffrey, was being thorough and thoughtful with our instruction. We're working with K through 5, and so some of our instruction has to be spelled out for some of our students, and we have to be very mindful in the way that we present information. I think that it's super helpful when the directions are very clear and concise, but there still are going to be miscommunications. Kids just don't understand, or they're not paying attention. So it's very, very important that that we are methodical and thoughtful in the way that we give directions. Some of the things that I think I struggle with, and this is something that I've kind of just learned being in the field for the past 3 years, is anticipating potential problems. I struggle so much with thinking what could go wrong, and making sure that I can fix those problems easily or quickly, and have a solution for those. Just the whole thing with the weather and not being able to be outside. If it wasn't for the lead teacher who I work with, having these plans already in place, like I would have been lost. And so it's something I'm trying to build on as I kind of go through this program and go through my own teaching and working in the school district. And then lastly is, where is it? I wrote it down. Here we go. And this one was more based just on the subject that I teach. Giving students a voice in as many aspects of their learning as possible. And so this in physical education is very hard because everything is, what's the word? Like, they have to prove an action in order to show that they have mastery of a skill. And so it's very tough to kind of let the children kind of dictate how they want to do something, and it just makes it harder. And we have a very specific goal we're trying to teach. For instance, like throwing is a good one. We use the teaching method of T, twist, and throw. So you put your body in the T position, you twist your body just at the up top, and then you turn and you throw the object. And so it's really hard to get student input on something like that requires very specific instruction, and giving them options to learn in a different way, because for most things in physical education there is a particular way that things have to be done, and so it just makes it tougher. Something that I've kind of learned over the course of these past, mainly this past year, is being open just for the feedback, to hear from the students and hearing what they have to say, not necessarily implementing it, but just starting to get the way that their brain works and understanding how they think this thing through. Anyways, that's all I have. Thank you guys. You guys have a wonderful night.